Hi everybody, welcome to the special program No Carbon Economy. For this program, we will invite experts from different countries and regions to talk about how to realize the no carbon economy. Apart from reducing emissions, we should also develop new technologies to save energy. Today, we are delighted to invite Mr. Jerry Lee, the rotating president of the Asian Energy Platforms. Mr. Lee will talk about two very important issues related to reducing emissions. That is the smart grid and the Amorphous transformer. Welcome, Mr. Lee.
Thank you, Yiping. Hello, everybody.
Hey, Mr. Lee, and the NPC, the recent National People Congress, and the Chinese CPPCC, we have a very interesting point to say that the first time the smart grid for the first time written into the report on the work of the governments. That is the Mr. Wen Jiabao's report. So, and this is also a very hit topic nowadays. But I'm afraid not many audience understand what is the smart grid. I found several articles you write in China and also in Europe that about what is smart grid, and also there's a special issue that is compared the Europe and US smart grid. Can you introduce to us briefly what is this?
Yeah, certainly. In a nutshell, smart grid is an intelligent resources management system that provides the flexibility to match various power sources and user demand. This would effectively reduce energy wastage and improve efficiency. Based on the 一体四代 strategy initiated by the president of Smart Grid, Mr. Liu Jingyao, China is proceeding with unified large-scale energy generation and connected by an electric highway of ultra-high voltage grid based on 1000 kV AC plus minus 800 kV and plus minus 1000 kV DC transmission technologies. This highway would in turn facilitate the development of those very large-scale coal-fired plants, hydro plants, nuclear plants, and massive renewable resources across the country, and also effectively optimize energy usage at the same time. So all this would certainly require a very intelligent smart grid system.
As we know that China's promised to reduce the carbon intensity by 40 to 45% compared with, in 2020 compared with the number of 2005. So how will the smart grid help to realize this goal?
Yeah. To achieve this target, of course, adapting clean energy is important. Shifting the economic structure to a no-carbon orientation is important, and having a grid that delivers electricity efficiently is obviously also very important. After the US unified smart grid and Europe's super smart grid plan, China has also announced the strength in the smart grid plan in year 2009. And according to the announcement from State Grid, this plan has been divided into three different stages. Planning and testing from 2009 to 2010, construction and development from 2011 to 2015, and upgrade, fine-tuning, and completion of the most advanced smart grid from year 2016 to 2020.
As you mentioned that US called Unified Smart Grid, and Europe calls Super Smart Grid. Can you make some comparisons to tell us that what is the difference with the Unified Smart Grid and Super Smart Grid for our Chinese call Strengthened Smart Grid in China?
Although they are bearing different names, but there are remarkable similarities in the contents. However, the actual deployment plan may vary significantly from country to country depending on the actual current situation. Therefore, the plan in China could be somewhat different from US and Europe.
But what is the characteristics of US smart grid? We heard the name called Unified Smart Grid. So does it mean that it's not unified? We need to disappear everywhere, so we need to unify it?
In the US, grid development happened relatively much earlier, and grid interconnectivity is relatively low. The power system there is more mature, and the country put more emphasis on on the end user interface, for example. Transmission has worked super smart grid plan. China has, in other words, it is believed that the US smart grid deployment plan will be more oriented towards integrating users and services. And in China, however, the current priority is to develop a smart grid system that can fully utilize the potential of ultra-high voltage transmission. So developing user-end services and integration will be another natural next step.
But how about the situation in Europe? In your articles, you said that the European models may be more suitable for the models of China. We should have more cooperation. Can you expand on it?
The development in smart grid in Europe is driven by many different factors, in fact. And first of all, the high voltage system in Europe were built a long time ago, and those designs are relatively obsolete today, and there are a lot of aging issues as well. So this put limitations on the grid to really serve the energy needs today. In addition, EU has made great commitment to reduce carbon dioxide emission, and to realize those targets, the European grid indeed needs to upgrade in a very intelligent way. Also, the petrochemical resources in Europe is far from sufficient, and therefore the dependency on renewable energy resources is high. And because of the intermittency in wind and solar resources, it is essential for Europe to develop a highly interconnected grid that covers a wide geographical span in order to ensure the stability of electricity supply. From this perspective, a large capacity, highly interconnected backbone would be appealing for both China and Europe.
In your opinion, how's the perspective cooperation among China, Europe, and the United States in the smart grid field?
Because of the common interests I've just mentioned, I personally believe that the regions have great potential to work together. On the other hand, it seems that the cooperation between China and US are moving faster.
Yes, sure.
In July last year, the US Secretary of Energy, Mr. Stephen Chu, and the Secretary of Commerce, Mr. Gary Locke, visited State Grid and exchanged opinion with Mr. Liu Jinyao regarding ultra-high voltage grid development, smart grid cooperation, and many others. Also in December, news reports that Direct Energy and State Grid are discussing different forms of collaborations as well.